Hello again, everyone. Today I took a trip to Half Price Books, but this is going to be a kind of a double video because I also picked up a few things from the thrift store. So I think I'm going to show the items that I picked up from the thrift store first because they may take a little longer to show. So the first item I have here is this Star Wars mug, and it's both sides of it. Picked this up, it was 50 cents, so I snatched that off the shelf. Then next, I think these are by Magic Chef. They're like bread tubes where you can put bread dough in here, and once it bakes, it forms into the shape of the tube. This is more of like a flower shape, so it'll come out shaped like this. This was $2.42, either $2.42 or $2.92, one of them. Okay, next, I just love stuff like this, novelty items like this. You can use them to decorate with. This big beer, I guess it's a beer bottle, and it's really heavy. It's amber glass, really thick, so I think it'll be easy to find a lid for it, and I could use that as a display item. Another item I picked up to use for display is this cute little bear. So I want to see if I can put him in the cleaners to have him cleaned. I know when I worked for cleaners at one time, and we didn't clean things like bears and pillows, but they may have different places that actually do. If not, I'll just have to try to protectively wash him in the machine. But once I have him all cleaned up, I want to use him as like a display on my bookshelves, and probably even get him a little miniature book, like he's reading a miniature book. This item here is to help with my creativity. I've seen a lot of people use projectors, and I've even been told, on the bear was like $1.50. I think he was $1.50. So that's a beautiful bear for just $1.50. Okay, this Easy Tracer projector, I saw this. It was $5.95, and it supposedly, I put the image under it and let it reflect onto a canvas or whatever I want to trace onto, and it should make it easier for me to put items on a bigger surface, something like a larger canvas. That's what it's supposed to be for when you want to take, because I love doing my sketching free-handed myself, but I have like a large canvas that I want to put this image, and I'm pretty sure I can do it freehand because I done sketch trial so many times. I know it from memory, but there's a way I can project this image onto this massive canvas here and have it come out, the lines come out exactly the same. So I may try that. I don't know if this little projector here is going to be capable of that, but I think I'm going to do a quick demonstration of it just to see how it works. So I love butterflies, and my oldest daughter purchased this for me a few years ago. So I think what I'm going to do is try to see if we can reflect this image onto the wall and see how this comes out. Okay, I'm gonna have to do all of this one-handed, but I do know that I have to turn the lights off, lay this down. I think I saw a video where it has to actually be laid upside down. And I'm gonna set the projector on it, and okay, turn it on. So now I need to get it lined up on the wall. The cord is making it a little hard. Okay, wait 1 second. Okay, I decided to save you the headache of a lot of the setup process. So this is what it looks like on the wall, and I'm trying to see if I could adjust. Okay, I turned the knob, the rim of it, and it looks a little clearer. So I guess it does work. So now I'm pushing the chair closer to the wall. Okay. It seems like the closer I get, the crisper the image gets. So this is really cool. I like it. I may use it more for sketchbook practice first before using it on canvas, but it's pretty cool. I know there's much these days there's much better projectors, but this one was like $5.95, and just to try it out, I didn't want to pass that up. And lastly, from the thrift store, I found this cast iron Dutch oven. Anyone that knows about cast iron know that for $11.11, this is pretty much a steal. I paid $11.11 for it, and it is in pretty good condition, extremely heavy. So I plan to clean this tonight, season it up in the oven for a couple of hours, and it'll be practically new. I mean, in perfect condition. I'm not familiar with this brand, Wenzel 1887. That's the first time I've seen this brand, but for something like this is a workhorse. A cast iron Dutch oven like this is a workhorse. This pot will outlive these by no means. So on to my half price book haul, which is pretty much another thrift store giving items a second life, are my books. Okay, I had to pause to answer the phone, but where was I? Okay, so yeah, my half price book haul. My books, like I said, this is another thrift trip, second life items, but some of my most fun items, because when it comes to art supplies and books, I really have no limit. I really don't. So first off, I have the break out the way, the Gloam and the Genie. So reading the inside flap, it seemed like it's a pretty interesting story. I never heard of this at all, but I read the inside flap and it seemed like a pretty interesting story. And this book was $8.49. Next I have the Unfinished Tales. This is Unfinished Tales by J.R.R. Tolkien, and it's of Numenor and Middle Earth. So, to be totally honest, I didn't know this book existed either. And it was when you go to half price books, sometimes like they had two of these on the shelf, one of these on the shelf. So I didn't want to say, oh, I'll just come back for it. I really was interested in it, so I picked this up. This one was $7.99. Okay, this was really cool. This is, I'm not sure what you call this hard plastic here, but it's an actual book cover for your novels. And I bought this, it was $1.99. I bought this with the intention of putting, I really wanted that to work for some of my older books. I'm going to have to find a smaller book cover for books like this, because this one is, it's just slightly too big. But I really wanted to use it for some of my older books. It'll help protect the covers, and the covers of the books won't be torn up while you're reading them. But I can still use it with novels that it'll fit on, and it'll protect those. And it has like a little pocket on the back. So, and the slots to slide your novel in for reading. This is Draw the Story. So this is like 2-in-1 type fun. You get to read little story plots and draw out what you would think that that story would look like. So this is a book by Piccadilly. Piccadilly makes some awesome topic style books, and this one was $7.99. I found this coloring book. Never ever heard of this before, but I was blown away. They had quite a few of them on the shelf. I want to say at least 8 of them on the shelf. But I saw this, and to say this is a coloring book, this is almost like a hardcover, a flexible hardcover book. And look at the pages for coloring. This is amazing. This is, I'm going to love doing this so much. I mean, when I saw this on the shelf, it just blew my mind. Okay, guys, that knock on the door was dinner. Bay's away at work, but he just sent dinner. He ordered dinner, cups, cheesy bread, and thin crust veggie with pineapple. He knows exactly what I like. Okay, we were finishing up with this one. This is amazing. So it was $6.99. I love this book. I may go get another one just to have as backup. I wish it came in more than one style. This the only style. I'm gonna have to look this author up, look this book up to see if it come in other styles. But I'm breathtaken by this book. Just like, besides my stained glass coloring books, I think this is one of the best coloring books I have owned. Okay, next we have by George R.R. Martin, The World of Ice and Fire. And this is the untold history of Westeros and the Game of Thrones. And the illustrations in here are amazing. I just found some awesome books today. This stuff it just makes my heart breathe. It just touches my heart. It's just, I love it. And this one was $14.99. So now I'm gonna get into my stationery products, and this is stickers and blank note cards. This one is Albert Einstein, Edgar Allan Poe, Mr. Roger, and Bob Ross. There's a few more that I want to pick up, but these were like, I want to say $3.49 or $3.99 a piece. So maybe on my next trip I'll pick a few more up like this. These are some of my favorite refill notebooks by Piccadilly. I have some of these in storage, but I can't get to those right now, and these are hard to find because these were like an older notebook that they had out like years ago. So when I bought them a few years ago, I want to say at least 5-6 years ago, I did get a nice supply of them because I use them in one of my favorite traveler's notebooks. And this notebook, it really only, these are the ones that's most compatible with it. I've tried other notebooks in this one, and some of them are too big. So this is a Piccadilly. This one is a little, this one I think is a Banded Apple, and it's a little bigger, but this is a Piccadilly, and this is like, one of these are my favorite notebooks to use in this traveler's journal here. I don't know if I mentioned it. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but this was $6.99 for this pack. And I also have here a Harry Potter set, and this is 2 notebooks in this set. I saw this, I had to yank this off the shelf, and I would say $5.99 for this was a steal. I was not leaving this in half price books today. So it's 2 of these in here. My favorite tone style paper. I don't know if it's lined. That's the only thing. I don't know if it's lined up. Okay, it's ruled. Yeah, it's ruled paper, and it's tone. So, and then I have, yeah, this is the last item. Lastly, I have this beauty here. This is Italian made notebook. I don't know if it's real leather, but the embossing on it, it sold me when I saw the embossing. And it comes with a lined notebook, and of course with these styles of journals, you can switch them out to any type of notebook you want to put in it. And I do have refill notebooks that I can put in here. I'll test this paper out, but this one was $7.99. So that was my little thrift and half price haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, thank you so much for watching. Before I officially go, I pulled out one of my Syacs here, and I was comparing the size of these two, and it almost looks like if I wanted to, I could put one of these Syacs in here as a refill, even though the covers on here are beautiful. These books, They are, I love them. I love the paper in them. So, all right, guys. Until next time, thanks for watching.